Thank you guys who keep it simple and just shoot me these stories to my email address, thefcmatters@gmail.com. All I need is for y'all to do is just send a news website article. And I thank y'all for those who did it with this story. It's heartbreaking. It's a short story, but I can never understand when I see these beautiful little angels. You look into their eyes and you just wonder how anybody could hurt them, abuse them, leave them to be abused, not care about them. And it's just a heartbreaking thing to think about that this little angel lost her life for absolutely no reason. And it seems like the mother of this child gave birth to this kid and didn't care about her. It's like, why do you go out of your way to have children that you don't want to take care of? Especially when it's my body, my choice, right? This is a decision that these mothers are making to bring these children into this world. They're not being forced. So why do this? It is the burning question. I would love for somebody to try to explain the logic in this. Let me give you guys a disclaimer about my content. Some viewers may find the following content offensive and controversial. The information in this video comes from multiple sources, including court records, official police charges, news web articles, and interviews. This video commentary also contains my personal opinions about the facts of this story. The point is to use this story as a cautionary tale in hopes of preventing tragedies like these to children going forward. Viewer discretion is advised. That is your official disclaimer. We're getting a lot of these articles from Law and Crime. Law and Crime, thank y'all very much if you're listening. Now, originally she had an original set of charges, and then these charges actually got upgraded. So check it out. Authorities at first arrested a Michigan mother for involuntary manslaughter in her 2-year-old daughter's death, but they are now charging her with open murder, according to news outlets in Sturgis Township. The mother, this fool on my screen, is probably too young to be a mother. I don't think that women should be mothers under the age of, 25 or 30? Because I know y'all gestation is a little bit different than men. Men can have babies until they die. I get it. Y'all's ain't that long. I'd say bump it up to 25. Hopefully you'll be a little more responsible. And I don't think men should be fathers under the age of 30 at all, period. So let's not get that twisted. I'm on both sides of this, okay? I'm an advocate for children. Paige Nicole Bond, or Boney, whatever her name, Bohne. I don't know how to pronounce it, nor do I care. She's 21 years stupid. She's 21 years old. She's grown. She was denied bond at a hearing, reported Kalamazoo ABC affiliate WWMT. I wish she would have sought out help before this would have happened, said Thomas James, a resident of Memory Lane Trailer Park, emphasis on the trailer park, where Bone lived with her child. There's a lot of people she could have resolved to before this would have happened. St. Joseph County deputies and other first responders arrived at the trailer park regarding... Let me stop doing that. I'm not saying people at trailer parks are bad. I'm just not a fan of trailer parks, just personally. Okay? Now, the first responders arrived at the trailer park regarding calls of an unresponsive child on Thursday at 12:45 p.m., according to the Sturgis Journal. And sometimes I'm a little facetious. I'm a little bit of a jerk, but nonetheless. They've tried to resuscitate her, but she was pronounced dead at the scene. The loss of someone is always difficult, but the loss of a child is especially tragic, and it impacts the whole community, St. Joseph County Undersheriff Jason Bingham said. The child's aunt, who requested anonymity, described helping take care of the child named Octavia, according to CBS and Fox South Bend affiliate WSBT. I want to put some respect on this baby's name. I have her full name. Let me see if I can get it. The baby's full name is Octavia Pearl Jane Bone. Bohne. Octavia Pearl Jane, Jane, Bone, Bohne. So that's the baby's full name. Beautiful little angel, ain't she? Beautiful little baby. Out earlier. So just so you guys get that full name, I want to make sure you got her. But her name is Octavia. My youngest daughter and Octavia were 4 months apart, and my kids were always calling her Bactavia, she reportedly said. My son would always say Bactavia. When is Bactavia going to come here? Probably just mispronouncing it correctly. My oldest daughter, Octavia, would always go up to her with a smile and always wanted her to carry her around. She says she last saw Octavia on the weekend before Halloween for trunk or treating. The child went as a bumblebee. Octavia deserved more. I know there were many, many people that loved Octavia, and all her mom had to do was reach out to one of us, the aunt said. Anybody would have helped in need instead of what happened to her. So here's the thing. What actually happened? I'm going to assume she probably got frustrated and beat her daughter to death, but I don't know that for a fact. I don't have the autopsy report yet, but maybe we'll have to do an update and bring you guys some more details of how this baby lost her life. But if they're charging her with murder, that's premeditated. That sounds like she intended to kill her, probably beat her to death. But let me give you guys the fair usage before we get to the news stories. I only got a couple. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. I want to bring up what somebody in the chat said. Somebody in the chat said, birth control, condoms, checking when you're ovulating, and abortion, it's no need. Matter of fact, here's what's so crazy about the voting season that we just had. Literally, people are so mad about Roe v. Wade when, in all actuality, all Roe v. Wade was to do was make it a federal standard. And once that was undone, it brought it back to the states. So now, if y'all went to go vote, you would have seen it on your ballot that you could vote for abortion or vote against abortion. Right? Each state has the ability to choose, which is what you want. You should want smaller government, just so you guys know. So even though this is a big, huge argument about abortion and all of these things, and you know what? And you can still go through life and say, no, I don't want to do none of that. And I'm still going to kill this kid. I'm going to make this kid suffer to her last dying breath. Where's the baby dad at? You are so quick to pair bond with this man, and this man can't do anything with you that you will not allow him to do. This woman can receive no seed unless she allows this man to plant his seed inside of her. That sounds like that is the responsibility of the woman, right? We know that there are going to be a ton of irresponsible men. So if we know that, if you're taught that, if you believe that, then why do you continue to deal with irresponsible men? At some point, the finger's got to stop pointing that way and start pointing back the other way. Ladies, can we agree or disagree on that? I think it makes sense. You can blame the perpetrator as much as you want to, and I don't disagree with that. But at some point, you have to start blaming the person for going to the harmful, wrong situation and making choices that are not conducive. Everyone needs to be held accountable, okay? There was absolutely no reason that this should have happened. Not only does this girl have family that would have helped her out, she probably got a baby daddy that she probably just didn't feel like talking to, y'all. He gets on my nerves. He ain't paying me no child support, y'all. He just don't love me no more. He's got him a new girlfriend. It's sick. And it just has to be punished.
A mother is facing murder charges in connection to the death of her 2-year-old child near Sturgis. St. Joseph County deputies responded to a report of an unresponsive 2-year-old inside of a home yesterday afternoon. It happened just before 1 o'clock. The child was pronounced dead. At this time, it's unknown what led up to that child's death. The mother, Paige Nicole Bond, is in county jail for open murder.
2-year-old Octavia was found yesterday afternoon around 12:45. Officers were called out to her great aunt and uncle's home at Memory Lane Trailer Park, where they found her unresponsive. Though they tried to revive her, Octavia was pronounced dead at the scene. The St. Joseph County, Michigan Major Crimes Task Force is investigating. There were no other immediate details available. Octavia's mom, Paige Nicole Bond, was initially charged with involuntary manslaughter, but the St. Joseph County prosecutor upgraded those charges today to open murder, and she was denied bond. Octavia's aunt, who wishes to remain anonymous, tells me she was a major part of Octavia's life, serving as her most present guardian. Though there wasn't a set schedule, she took care of Octavia often, along with her 5 other kids. She says her kids loved Octavia like their own sibling.
My youngest daughter and Octavia were 4 months apart, and my kids are always, they would call her Bactavia. My son would always, Bactavia, when is Bactavia gonna come here? Or my oldest daughter, Octavia, would always go up to her with a smile and always wanting her to carry her around.
Her aunt says the last time she was with Octavia was the weekend before Halloween when she took her trunk-or-treating. Octavia dressed as a bumblebee.
She just barely would stay with us because she was just so excited and running up to getting all the candy from all the people that were handing it out. And she was wanting to eat the candy as fast as she got it.
Octavia's aunt says she wants people to remember her by her smile and how happy she was.
Octavia deserved more. I know there was many people that loved Octavia, and all her mom had to do was reach out to one of us. Anybody would have helped in the need instead of what had happened to her.
I'm John Paul. Thanks for watching. Here's another video for you to watch.
1-year-old Paige Nicole Bone is in custody tonight, charged with killing her 2-year-old daughter. Her mother and father say they're shocked and want to know what happened to their granddaughter. Tonight, News Channel 3's Autumn Pitcher is joining us live from the mobile home park in Sturgis, where this happened. Autumn.
Yeah, Sandy, the parents are in disbelief tonight. Not only are they heartbroken, they lost their own granddaughter, but also the fact that their own daughter is behind bars. They feel like they have more questions than answers tonight. Poland residents Charles and Susan Boney feel like their world has been turned upside down.
It's like waking up in a nightmare. You just wish you could wake up and not be there.
Their daughter, 21-year-old Paige Boney, charged with open murder last week after her 2-year-old daughter, Octavia, was found dead at Memory Lane Trailer Park where they lived. The parents in shock and disbelief.
We've never seen her. She's never laid a hand on either one of her kids, ever.
Detective Sergeant Jason Otten with St. Joseph County Sheriff's Office tells me Paige was the one that made the 911 call.
She seemed concerned. Obviously, her 2-year-old daughter was not awake.
But it was later apparent to deputies on scene there was foul play, taking Paige into custody where she remains without bond.
It's hard, really hard for both of us. Me and my daughter, we've always been really close.
And it's left a hole in their hearts as they look back at memories with Octavia.
She was a happy baby, constantly. She woke up happy, went to bed happy.
I just want to know what happened to her. That's all that matters right now.
Just want answers.
Now, Octavia's cause of death is not being revealed at this time. Investigators tell me they're still looking at pieces of evidence that were collected from the scene, and that includes cell phones. Live in Sturgis, Autumn Pitcher, News Channel 3.
Why won't they release the cause of death? I don't understand that. Like, you don't want us to know what this woman possibly did. Y'all are giving her a murder charge. There's only so much that could have happened. Whether she drugged this kid up on purpose, beat her, stabbed her. Why can't we know the story? Like, what is up with the disclosure on that? It's just beyond me. But I'm going to assume that it's blunt force trauma, because that's usually what happens. These people become frustrated. They feel like this is the best course of action is to lose control over their little bitty child who can't speak for themselves nor defend themselves. They bully these children, but we can't even get the details. So look, here's what we're going to do. If we are able to get more details and do an update on this story, we will. We're definitely going to want to follow up and find out how many multiple decades, if not a life sentence for this mother for doing what she did to this beautiful little angel. Again, her name is Octavia. Let me give you her full name. So Octavia's full name is Octavia Pearl Jane Bone. Look at that beautiful little smile. I just do not understand how you wouldn't want to see this baby grow up and become something great, because I know she would have. Her little bumblebee outfit. Princess R.I.P. But thank you guys so much for listening to her story. Please share the story. We would love to see stories like this go viral. If y'all can help us share it, that would be awesome, okay? Thank you guys so much. Leave a comment, like, share, subscribe, okay? Thank you.